So I heard something interesting the other day, that technology has allowed us to achieve more than a life's work in a lifetime. And I thought that was really interesting, but the first thing I asked after that was, well, what can we do to achieve that kind of efficiency in the material world? And I think I came up with the answer. The answer is corners. I have not been smoking weed, and this did not occur in a shower. Let me explain. I realize that sounds a little abstract, but I promise by the end of this video you will understand what I mean. But to prove my point, first we need to build a box. Boxes come in all varieties. This isn't aimed to be a particularly fancy box that's dripping in dovetails and crazy joinery. The details here are specific, and the box is simply the medium to present these details, and fancy in this case would be a distraction. We're keeping it simple. You'll understand what I mean after the boxes are assembled, which I'll be doing with the domino joiner and a series of fixtures to make the repeating process of joining these panels together a little more reliable and consistent. What spurred this whole project was the idea of hard versus soft. My last project had rounded corners of the box, but the inside of the box was still a box. It was square. Soft on the outside, but hard on the inside. All hard is easy. It's a box. But what if I want all soft? All soft means a soft roundover on the outside and making that offset of the radius on the inside, which adds just a little bit of complexity or a challenge. Perfect. Who doesn't love a good puzzle? This offset radius was achieved using a little offset jig and a template router bit with the same radius as the radius on the inside of my box. In this case, the radius was 3/8 of an inch, so I picked up a 3/4 inch diameter template and went to work. So I've been thinking a lot about how to streamline my creative process lately, whether that's managing my ideas better or learning tools that can take my projects to the next level. One thing I have found incredibly helpful is Skillshare. I've been diving deep into Ali Abdaal's masterclass on creative productivity, but there is so much more to explore. Skillshare offers a huge library of niche rabbit holes that you can get lost in, whether it's business, photography, design, woodworking, or just about anything in between. With thousands of classes led by industry experts, it's a platform built for creatives, by creatives, with a focus on learning by doing. The best way to learn. What's great is you can take classes at your own pace, and there's something for every skill level, from beginners to pros. If you've been wanting to build your skills, or try something completely new, this is the perfect place to start. And here's the best part. The first 500 people to use my link in the description will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. That's a whole month to explore classes, work on your passions, and discover something new, all for free. So thanks Skillshare for sponsoring this video, and speaking of building things, let's get back to the shop and keep this project moving. Welcome back to Boxland. We've achieved the softness on the inside of the box, so now let's go ahead and do the easy part with a round over to soften up the outside profile of the boxes. I was careful to time it so that the offset from the outside to the inside was exactly double the round over diameter on the outside of the box as the diameter on the inside. Inside this little box will live a little drawer. Obviously, the radius on the drawer needs to match the radius on the box, so to bring attention to the detail and to allow for wood movement, the drawer front needs a small offset from the opening to give a little bit of a shadow gap and to make the drawer face appearance pop a little. First, I make a template to hone in on the fit, and now we can take them over to the rough stock and begin to form the blanks. And then it's back to the router using the template and a little bit of pressure sensitive tape to affix it to the wood blanks that we've made, and can now route out the copies for both the drawer front and the back panel of the box. Rinse, lather, repeat knees and toes. Hard versus soft is a very self-explanatory thing physically. Rock hard, pillow soft. We also intuit this comparison visually. We can see hard and see soft, but it's kind of hard to define the why. And I love elusive shit like this. So this cool little shadow gap, now that we've got it complete, well, it created a bit of a problem. How to make sure the little gap stays even when affixing it to the front of the drawer box. Well, there's probably many ways to skin this kitten, but I chose to take a little cut out of the backside that registers with the insides of the box such that these panels become self-centering. This got me pretty close, but there was still a bit of finessing necessary as the box's dimensions weren't all exactly identical. With the outsides properly fit and roughly formed, the drawer boxes that live behind the curves can start to take shape. Again, I'm going to keep this one simple and using the domino joiner once again to create a strong drawer box for the inside of my little box. Drawers always require just a little bit of fitment and a touch of lube to make them run smoothly. In order to get these drawers out of the box, we're going to have to come up with something for drawer pulls. Drawer pulls have always been a bit of a contentious point of focus for me. They really tell a lot about a piece. Knobs, pulls, loops, and holes. They all vibe just a little different. To create these pulls, I've simply back beveled a hole through the front of the faces. Just enough to grab so you can pull these drawers out. My initial idea was to have a contrasting wood behind the drawer face, but here I saw an opportunity to add just a little bit of character. A subtle bit of flair. Using a little bit of brass shim stock, I affixed the bling to the back side of some Maker Medallion version 1 wooden inlays and routed in a recess to bury the bling. After doing this, I liked it so much that I repeated the process using tinfoil and brass with a bit of texture detail that you'll definitely want to see just a little bit later. I also decided that, although very tidy, the inlay portion was totally unnecessary, and simply bedazzling the front of the drawer box behind the face was perfectly suitable for the same effect. Bling bling baby, that's right. Let's go. That is pretty sexy if I don't say so myself. What do you think? You like it? After sanding, I saw another opportunity for more character and for a little more flair to add to these ugly plywood drawer bottoms. A splash of color. Efficiency is geometry versus gesture. Hard edges are precise calculation, while soft edges are a gentle suggestion. Hardness captures the intellect. Softness speaks to the soul. A piece that balances both is the magic of contrast. It commands respect but invites touch. Efficiency is also philosophy. What if the sharp edges of the world weren't something to fight against, but something to soften? What if we could take the rigidity of precision and marry it with the humanity of the curve? That's where design comes alive, the intersection of the bold and the inviting, where the engineer meets the artist. Efficiency lies in organization. Efficiency lies in corners. People gravitate toward the organic but respect the geometric. In essence, this is all about creating tension that resolves into beauty. A push and pull that makes design feel both exciting and approachable. I love a transformation that's subtle but profound. Details change quite a bit about a box, where a simple bevel or curve shifts an object's entire personality. It's not just about aesthetics, it's about the story the object tells. Hard edges are precise, deliberate, and confident. Boundaries that you cannot ignore. Soft edges, on the other hand, feel approachable, fluid, and human. They invite interaction rather than dictating terms. A roundover changes quite a bit about a box. This is more than soft versus hard. It's tension versus harmony, precision versus fluidity, or even control versus freedom. Hard edges feel like a bold statement. Soft edges, however, are more of an invitation. Lines that blend and flow. They're whispering instead of shouting. Where one commands, the other persuades. A roundover changes quite a bit about a box. In the realm of design, this interplay also isn't just about function or form, it's about emotional resonance. A hard edge can feel protective, structural, even aggressive. Brutalist architecture, a sharp chisel tip, where a soft edge, by contrast, feels nurturing, timeless, maybe optimistic. Or maybe I'm just projecting. I think I may have actually lost my marbles. Let me know if you find them down in the comments. You guys would tell me if you were worried about my sanity, right? Right? Hello? Anyone? If you exist and have watched this far, thank you for watching. I'm Nick, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.